Hi.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
We're here
Again.
This is like every time I set up the recording and I write the like episode number, I'm always I am always like, holy shit, episode 115. What did we talk about for 115 hours?
Nothing. We don't talk about anything. It's fantastic.
Bullshit. That's what it is.
Yes. Yeah. It's nothing. We talk about nothing. And it's just like, we never run out of nothing to say. It's always like,
We always
whatever.
have nothing to say. So much nothing. We never run out of it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I think it's a skill set. Like, you can put it on a resume, entertained for hours on nothing. Like, that's
Nothing.
I'll have to ask somebody from HR how to like make that sound professional for some resume building.
Oh, I love HR speak. Okay, so what is it you want to say? You want to say you can talk about nothing for hours?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like, you do like great conversational skills,
Or
the
you can
ability
communicate.
the ability to get along with others for long periods of time. Like there's a lot that you could write about that, I'm sure.
I feel like they don't give you enough room for resumes anymore. It used to be like the longer the resume, the better. They want an elevator pitch. That's it. Like, quick,
Yeah.
give me your skills. I don't give a shit about anything else. If I want to know more, we'll talk about it. Which I
Yeah.
guess is good. Like, we'll talk about it in the interview.
Well, like if you have it all in a resume, what are you going to talk about in an interview? Be like, well, just read my resume. Didn't you already read it? Like,
Yeah, your reading comprehension isn't very good. You want to hire me?
I hate when
I
you're
should
like
take this job.
when you're applying to a job online and you have to attach your resume and then fill out their form. That's
Which has the same
everything on
questions.
your resume.
Yeah.
That fucking annoys me too.
I'm like, what are you doing? Making me work for no pay just to try to get this job?
Always use buzzwords. Always change up your resume for the words to match because they use a computer program to see how many words match. So, like, whatever words they're using in their ad, use the exact same words. Don't fancy them up. Exact same words.
Well, there was a guy on TikTok who put all the buzzwords for like everything, even if it wasn't related to the job, just like things that people look for in resumes. And he put them on his resume in white ink. So it didn't show up on his resume, but it would show up on a computer program.
Oh, yeah. That's smart.
Yeah.
Yes. That's good. Like, embed it into like trick
Yep.
the system. That is so smart. That's
Yeah.
like young generation.
Good for them. I hope better for them, for sure.
Yeah. Always lie. That's it. Like, if you need me as a reference, I don't care what fucking job I have to lie that you said. You were like CEO of a company. Let me know. I will be your reference. Like, I don't care who you are. You
It's
need
true.
to lie.
It really, and like, yeah, it like your jobs are gonna lie to you.
Always.
They're
The
gonna
whole
steal
time.
from you. They're gonna
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
all
they're
the
going to tell
shit.
you that you can like have a position if you work hard enough. You don't really get that.
They'll
That's
reward
gonna be
you
a
in
great team
pizza.
effort, like teamwork. No, you don't get that either.
Oh, I used to work at Walmart and they would have pizza parties, but if you're a cashier, you can't have break the same amount of times as like the back people. So like all like the stock people get to eat all the pizza and the cashier gets like leftover pepperonis. You're not part of the team. You're your own like whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking Walmart.
I used to work at a pizza place that probably made some pizzas for some pizza parties. And my general manager, who was salaried, would split tips, which she's not technically supposed to do. So.
No, you're not supposed to if your salary.
But what would I do? Tell her to stop? Why are you stealing $20 from me?
Yeah.
Is your life that pathetic? Like,
For
salary's
the
not
record,
really for?
her life was that pathetic. Laura.
Look,
Yeah, and she lived alone in her house. I think she might have had cats, which is fine. But she was also a bitch. So that made her lonely and pathetic.
fuck you, Laura. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Laura. Such like a bitch name too.
With Karen?
I don't know many Lauras, but like I'm sure.
I do.
think
I
of
know
any
one more
Lauras.
Laura, and she is my second cousin's wife, and she was at our wedding, and I caught her on camera bitching that we started late. So they are bitches.
Starting like for your free fucking dinner.
Yeah, it was like we had open bar. We had so
Yeah.
much shit at our wedding for you to not have to like pay or do
Yeah.
anything. I'm sorry we started late.
Face, like so shit faced at the
They
beginning.
did not cut us off. Like they kept us
Zero.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was amazing. There was like soup in a cup, like unlimited soup in a cup. Okay, like, well, I don't know
I
why
was chasing down burgers, like mini sliders. That's all I
yeah.
was doing.
The appetizers were good.
I was so full before dinner, but then I'm like, you got to eat dinner. Like that's why I'm here. Like that's the only reason Jessica invited me was so I could eat dinner. And
Yeah.
then
We had too much food at our wedding. There was a poutine late night bar and stuff. Like there was just too much.
for all the booze. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. But fuck Laura's.
Fuck Laura's. Oh, I'm trying to think if I know a Laura. I sound like I do know a Laura. I feel like I know a Laura.
Deep in your soul, you're like,
my
there's
soul.
one out there.
And there's one. I've met a Laura.
Actually, I
The
do
name-
know Laura, and she was actually really nice. But like,
The name's not
that
even
was a
sounding like
one-off.
a real name anymore.
Laura.
Oh man.
So Don, what are you drinking tonight?
Wada. Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, I just finished during our pre-drinks episodes on Patreon. I was drinking a raspberry mojito black fly, but I just finished the last one, so now I'm back to my Pabst Blue Ribbon Strong. Please sponsor me, Pabst.
Just spend enough of her money, please.
Enough. I spend enough. Okay.
And Sonia, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking allergy meds. Coffee with a side of coffee. I am allergic to our chickens that are hatching, and I'm not doing good. Like this is like the worst one I think I've had. Allergy reaction to them. I have like a little fever, my little throat hurts, but it's okay. I'm still going to love them.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault, little chick. So like it's like their hair is like razor blades to me. So like it's just little and he needs to stay warm. So you hold him like this and then he like falls asleep and you're like, oh my goodness. And then they purr and then it's so sweet. And then you put him back and then your hands like covered in like little specks of hair. And somehow they like get in my face even though I wash my hands right away.
Damn.
It's rough. It's rough.
It's rough out
life
there.
you're living.
And it's just because when they're born with hair and not feathers.
Yeah.
So it's like the chicken dander that they have. I'm not allergic to chickens, like the big chickens. They're all up in my face all the time. It's fine. It's just the
fur on baby chickens. What a specific allergy.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I'm
Chicken
allergic
dander.
to everything. It's just added to the list, like horsehair, cows, everything.
Just hair.
Cat,
You're not allowed to
dogs.
have hair. You're like allergic to your own hair, probably.
Oh, that's probably why I'm always like sniffly. It's my own hair. It's not that the dog is sleeping on me. It's my own hair.
Yeah, she like rolls over on her pillow where like some strands like fell off and then she starts sneezing like, oh my god.
Oh, I do have to. I'm always balding, so I lose a lot of hair at work. And my client will be like, "Oh, Miss Tani, you dropped this." Like, bitch, just throw it in the garbage. I don't need it. Why are you picking it up?
It's like you drop money, but oh here, you drop some hair.
Because I think I mentioned once I was like losing hair, like balding, and now like she's worried for me. Like if I hold on to it, I can glue it back on.
She's
I don't
like
know.
just putting it back on, like no one will know.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Adorable.
Let's
Figure out what we're talking about for the next less
We'll-
than an hour. 10 minutes in. Woo!
Wheel
There we go.
of topics.
There's so many bodily functions we talk about. When was the last time you laughed so hard you almost peed yourself?
Oh gosh,
Did we just talk about pee? Like we're
Yeah, we just
yeah,
did.
just
We
talk
just
about
did.
peeing our pants. Yeah. I find personally for me, I'm a laugher. Just in general, like I will laugh at stupid jokes all the time. I will laugh at stupid shit. I will be that person that awkwardly laughs at the really bad comic on stage. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna need to like have to like deep in my mind remember the last time I laughed so hard. It's so easy to make me laugh.
When we are doing recordings, I almost pee all the time because we drink so much. Like I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like,
Yeah.
I know when I've made somebody pee their pants.
Oh, do tell.
So one time I was out with Kara, my oldest family, and we all had to use the bathroom, but I was the youngest, so I can clearly move the quickest. And so I'm running, and I mooned them as I was running away. And so the one person laughed so hard that she wasn't able to hold her pee. Yeah. I was like, bye, bitches. I just like took off.
I find there's like times. Oh no, I know. The last time I probably almost peed my pants. My birthday, when we were playing Super Seducer, and we're
Oh my god,
drinking.
yes!
And I have videos, guys, that I don't remember taking while we're playing, and it's just us like crying. Like I was crying, I was laughing so hard, like it was like because I'm laughing so fucking hard, everything was oozing. It was a funny time.
It was a good game, like just like the penis one part of it. Like we
Literally,
started
okay.
off strong.
Okay, so for those that don't know, there's this game called Super Seducer. We talked about it before. I've played it. It's a couple years old, and I had the girls come to my house to play it for my birthday. Literally, the first option is how you're going to like approach this woman, and one of the options was put your hand down your pants and pretend your finger is a little penis. And of course, that's the first one they chose. They're like, he's not actually going to do
Don
this.
Marie. It was Don Marie.
Yeah. It's me. That's my choice.
The game is live action. Like it's played with actual actors and people. So they're like, he's not actually going to do this. But he does. But he does. He commits to the bits. Now, I was a little upset because I was hoping you guys would choose eat a kumquat. That's always my favorite first choice because it causes the game to end immediately. And it says, well, that's not how you pick up chicks, by sitting at your own table eating a kumquat. So you guys missed that one. But yeah, I laughed so hard that night. Oh my God. I was just glad you guys liked it. I was so nervous.
I got
Such a
really
great
drunk
game.
that night.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember
Oh
much.
my
I was
God.
just
Like
so drunk.
Chris was like bar bitch, and like Don Marie kept getting like full drinks, chugging them. Like I don't even know how she got home. Okay, like I was like,
I don't remember getting home either because like Dave's like, what time did you get home? I'm like, I don't remember. I don't even know how I got in. Like I don't remember getting into the Uber. I don't remember at all.
and our like Uber was not a good driver. Like it was swerving. Okay, like I'm like, oh my God,
He
this
was
guy-
also drunk. He's
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
like-
Super Seducer, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Did he play this game? And I'm like, I'm texting Kyle. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Like, we're going down the escarpment, and he's like, "Woo!" I'm like, oh
I
my
don't
God.
remember that at all.
I'm like, oh, this is why I hate getting into cars with other people. But thank God there was no other people on the road. Like it was like 3 a.m. It was fine. But like this guy was like, ooh. Maybe he was texting. I hope he was texting and driving, not drinking and driving. Like the lesser of two evils. I don't know.
Well, okay, for the record, prior to you guys coming over, Dom was like, I need to get drunk.
I had such a bad day that day.
Yeah. And I was like, that won't be a problem. Like, it's okay. You can drink here.
And then Chris was making us drinks, and Sonny takes a sip. He's like, "Whoa, that's strong." And here I am, just like chugging this drink. I'm like, "No, it can be stronger. I'm fine."
Yeah, she was.
You could taste it. Yeah, I was like, okay, like this is enough alcohol to sip it. I won't get a tummy ache. It's good. Donray's like,
it could be stronger. I could take it a little harder.
I kept going upstairs to like get Chris to refill her drink because every time she was empty, I was like, "Oh, time for a refill." Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. She's like, "No, you're going home trashed." Like, don't worry.
Like
I only do as I've been asked. And okay, and you were like, "I need to get shit faced," and I was like, "Not a problem.
Not a problem at all."
Done. Okay. I'm like the drunk fairy.
It's a good person to be. Yeah.
I'm just coming around.
When it's my birthday, I'm gonna have to call upon you again and just be like, "Drunk fairy, come get me drunk."
Oh no worries.
Yeah, you're like, I'll be there. Don't worry. I'll have to be there virtual. My next vacation isn't allowed until
October.
We go away. Yeah, because I have a fucking job and it's so dumb. Like, who the fuck does that? Like,
fucking job.
They're like, you can't keep taking days off. They don't give me a problem, but Kyle's taking a bunch of time off, so like that means I have to take a bunch of time off, and he ruins it. I could have went, but no.
Yeah, that with like having worked regular jobs and now kind of working from home for myself and stuff. It's like I can't imagine going back to work, but I also know it could be a reality. So it's like,
yeah, I hate it. Well, I love where I work. I love the people I work for. Like, adore them. They're like the greatest people. I just want to be in my PJs all day. Like, come on now. Like, I miss not needing to work so hard. I was like a weekend worker and our family was fine. As it. Now I have less bills now, but like I have less money.
But the bills that you do have are way more. Like
they are,
problem,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's
like,
mostly
it balances out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only buy groceries, and that's like insane.
What was the question? What was this topic?
What made us pee? Like, what would make us pee our pants?
Yeah, when you
no. What was the last time we laughed so hard?
Laughed so hard, you peed your pants. It's been a long time for myself. I have no shame, I guess. I'm like, I don't know. It's not going to stick in my brain. Like maybe I'm Polly Pissy Pants. I'm always walking around with piss in my pants. That's just my life. I don't know. Like, you see me at Walmart, my pants are squishing. You know, like when you're walking, you're like, when you wear like plastic pants, that's what it sounds like. It's so gross. I have a rash. I don't know.
I used to like have I could, for some reason, I couldn't hold my pee when I was in like grade 7 and 8 to walk home. I don't know what this was. I mean, it was a 45-minute walk home, but like I would always stop off at my friend's house to pee, like, 'cause she was like the halfway point, and she wouldn't always be at school or at home. Like, her parents just got so used to me like knocking on their door to just use their bathroom on the way home from school. I was like, yeah, can I just, yeah, no, that's fine. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you know it.
So that saved me from peeing my pants. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm always at risk of peeing my pants because I always have to pee. Like, and I don't know until like the very last second.
The last minute, it just hits you out of nowhere.
ADHD brain, yeah, like the sensor, it like pushes it down. You don't pay attention until it's like, oh my god, you're in an emergency. So I'm always like, holy shit, and I have to like run to the bathroom. Like, it's like,
that's actually happened to me a couple times recently. Like, it would out of nowhere. I'd be like, oh, I gotta go, like right now. Like, it would out of nowhere. And then
ADHD
I'd almost, like,
brain. Yeah. Even with medication, I still like, it doesn't help. Medication is not a cure-all. It just helps a little bit. It helps me take care of my clients. That's the bare minimum I need it to do. I like, oh, we got to remember medication. if I can't remember your medication, you're not going to remember your medication, and we can't have that. Like that. Pretty much the only reason. And it's really good for
medicated in this room.
We're all medicated, and it's really good for like really long board. I play board games a lot with like random people. Well, they're not random. I know them. And, and like if I'm not medicated, I'm so like distracted. Like every little thing is like that, and I always like forget, or I just zone out, and people will like be talking about what they're doing in the game. I don't know. It's super hard to listen to people talk and like pay attention and remember their information. Being medicated helps with that. Like it helps me talk to people.
Yeah, I always like Chris always like like all the time I'll be talking to him about you guys or other people I know, and he's always like, "Oh, where do they do? What do they?" And I'm like, "I don't know. What's their last name? No idea."
Yeah, like I didn't get that far. Like, geez.
What? Like they might have told me. I don't
know. Don't ask extra.
Yeah, it doesn't stick either. Like my medication helps me remember information too. Like it's like, oh, I remember you wore that yellow shirt. Like that's and you liked it or whatever, you know, like it's
or when I like changed and you're like, that's not what you were wearing.
Yeah. I felt a little crazy. I was like, wait a second. Because we
Mandela effect.
Yeah. It was a Mandela effect. That's it now. Just like your shitty memory, it's Mandela effect. That's official.
Official. Opinionated Luscious trademark.
Yeah. Mandela.
Market it.
Market it.
I don't know. I find I do try to make sure I pee right before we record these episodes, because sometimes it gets so ridiculous that I'm like, man, if I had a full bladder right now, I might just pee.
I might pee my pants. Yeah. Well, we're lucky because like in our pre-drinks, we stop, we go pee, and we come back like that.
Yeah.
We do like, we only record, like we've only been on our like recording for like 20 minutes with each other. We're like, no shit, we better do a pee break. Like it.
We got to prepare. This shit is serious.
And I think like as the women too, like our bladders get weaker the older we get because we've had kids.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say is like, especially because all three of us have like physically been pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think it's just like multiple children. It's also like having children when you're not just a teenager. Like,
yeah, you don't bounce back,
right? Like I find like when I was pregnant at 18 versus like 27, there was like a big difference in how my body responded to that. So teen pregnancy for the win.
Teen pregnancy, yes.
Yeah.
If you're going to do
it was when I was 19. Like,
if you're going to do it, ruin your life, start at the beginning.
Don't do it in your late 20s. Just don't do it.
No, because when I was pregnant with someone else's baby, I was like 32. And the last time I was pregnant from that, I was 24. And like it wasn't even 10 years, but like that was a huge fucking difference. Like, but like I almost died then. Like that was like the worst fucking pregnancy anyone. They're like, oh, bed rest, no bed rest, bed rest. And then when I had my emergency C-section, missing Dawn Marie's wedding shower, she's like, oh, good thing we did this. This is worse than I thought it was. Like, it was scary. Like afterwards, I was like so stressed. And I was like, no, I can't do this for anybody ever again. I'm happy they got their baby, but like I was at risk of not good things.
Yeah, no, fair. People forget like pregnancy, one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. More dangerous than being a police officer. More dangerous than being like a construction worker. It's more dangerous. That's
what they should really teach in sex ed too.
Or something like that for something to go wrong during your pregnancy.
I know, and that was my fifth one.
Pregnancy.
You're the statistic.
Yeah, one out of every 5. That was the 5th one, and it was not good. And she was supposed to be the head. She's the head of maternal medicine at McMaster Hospital, and she was so fucking wishy-washy. And then they're like, oh, we don't really know. And then like the baby was like so underweight because it wasn't getting all the food it needed. but they're like, oh, this is terrible. Wow, like we're like we made the right choice. This is worse than we thought it was. Like if I was gonna give birth naturally, I would have like not good.
Sometimes it like works out like that. Like when I had Lyric, I was planning a home birth. You know, I had the whole midwife thing. I labored at home for like 10 hours, and it was all through the night, and I was like, I can't sleep. I was still only 4 centimeters, whatever. So the midwife like was like, well, do you want to go to the hospital? So I said, yeah. And so we went to St. Joe's, and the midwife was still technically in charge at this point. But then when it came time to push, Lyric had shoulder dystocia. So she got stuck partially, like her arm was like behind her, which broadened her shoulders. So the midwife like calls in the OBs, and the OBs come in. Like, it was the most traumatizing 30 seconds of my life. I thank God for the human brain because it blocks it out. Yeah. I'm like, I don't remember it, but I know it happened. It was traumatizing. We thought her collarbone was broken. She was only 18 inches long, but she was 10 pounds, 9 ounces.
It was like a little stone.
Right. And when she eventually like lengthened out, her neck was like completely cocked to the side. Like, we had to take her to a little baby chiropractor. There was so much shit. I was like, my first came out like talking. Like, what the fuck?
Easy. Yeah.
Straight out of the womb. It was
great. No, I love the C-section though. Like, giving birth, I had different experiences each time. My baby was all natural. She got stuck. Do not recommend. And then when I had not my baby, I had the C-section, and I loved how quick I recovered from that nonsense. There was no like on fire business happening. I was like, this is fantastic. It didn't burn when I peed. I was like, oh, should have done all of them this way. Oh,
yeah. Experience. I would prefer vaginal than the C-section. I hated my C-section.
Oh, I loved it. Oh, except for
I think the difference. Well, I was gonna say, I think the difference is you weren't caring for a newborn post C-section, because like you're not even technically supposed to like lift the baby. It's always supposed to be handed to you. So I feel like because you had the opportunity to relax, see, it's like a tummy tuck. You know, like
except
you get to
loosey goosey. No,
well, I didn't mean the after effects. I meant more like the recovery.
Oh yeah, nothing.
But
it was awesome. Like if you're not gonna keep the baby, best thing to do is a C-section. Like,
if you keep the baby, don't do it, man. Like, I'm telling you, it was the worst.
I have like a huge support too. Like, I've been lucky every time I've had a baby. There's always been someone to let me recover.
Yeah.
Like that's really important.
Yeah, like I had that too. David took off a week or two off of work just to help out and whatever. And I had his mom like help out and stuff. But like still, like it was like medical problems I had. Like I gained a lot of fluid out of nowhere. Like it just happened really quick because I was trying to, not out of nowhere. I'm drinking because I'm trying to breastfeed. And I ballooned up really fast. And like I felt the fluid like even in my chest, like not just my boobs, but like my actual like breathing. So like it took a lot to like finally drain that, and then like forever for the breast milk to come in, and just it was just hell.
No,
don't recommend.
I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, I have a stretchy cervix.
Yay!
So I like this was okay. I have you heard of it like Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? It's a connective tissue disorder, very common in people with autism, can lead to things like double jointedness, like tendon things, stretchy skin, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I think I might have that, and I look back to when I gave birth to Ernest because the nurse kept, or doctor, whoever was checking me, kept saying, I can stretch you a centimeter. She's like, is this your first kid?
Does she not know the vagina works?
No, it's not the vagina. It was the cervix.
Oh, yeah.
So they're measuring the cervix, and they could stretch me a whole extra centimeter. So technically, when I'm 10 centimeters, I could be pushed to 11.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
like that doesn't depend on how many kids you have. Like that has nothing to do with childbirth.
Apparently, like the cervix part, like that. It can loosen up. That's why, like, after a couple kids, sometimes it can be easier to push out through the cervix. That's not the vagina part.
No, I think it's just more relaxed. The more kids you have, the more you realize what you're going through. You're like, this is fine. Like,
well, my first kid, I was, I guess, relaxed, and I had a stretchy cervix to the point they felt the need to let me know. And then my OBGYN a couple weeks later was like, again, is this your first kid? Because a little bit stretchy. I was like, yeah. No worries. It's just me. I'm a little stretchy. Now, when I gave birth to Lyric, all the health issues aside, her shoulder dystocia aside, which if you know how they get a baby out, the baby's most important, not your body at this point. They're not going to kill you, but they have to get this baby out. So it's 2 hands inside you to twist the baby to pull it out, with the other doctor pushing down on your stomach. So 10-pound, 1-ounce baby being pulled out with 2 hands. I still didn't receive any stitches.
No, I didn't get
Not a fucking tear. So it's like, you can give me an 11-pound baby.
Yeah,
that's
do
the
it.
Challenge.
Mine was 9, a little Constantine. Again, natural birth, not fun, got stuck. And like, it happened so quick. Like, they're calling the whatever people, and the doctor's like, no, I got it. And like, fucking, I'm pretty sure she put her whole body in there to get Constantine. Like, she put her fucking headlamp on. She was in there, big tunnel deep, ripped my hips apart, and took out the kid. Like, all I did was stop. Like,
you're like, what's going on?
It happened so quick. I was just like, didn't even know what was happening.
Yeah. I'm like, literally, like, I have a certificate to be a birth doula. I used to do that. And I saw one birth in a hospital, and I was like, not for me. And it wasn't even the birth. It was how the doctors react to everything that I was like, I can't tell if you're like being appropriate or not. And I'd rather not be in this position. I'm like, not for me. I cannot support these women because I'm struggling watching this, you know?
So again, C-section. Well, like, I found the C-section was kind of nothing, not because I didn't have to care for a baby. I still have like my life, but I had cancer before, and I had it removed. And my scar, C-section's like this. The scar to have that removed is like this, like it. And then I had to recover from that. And I feel like since I had to go through that, my body's like, whatever.
Yeah, this is easy peasy. What are you talking about?
So I don't know. I just loved it more because it was easier. Although, like, they sent me home with an infection. Like, they kicked me out of the hospital. So when you have a baby, you as an adult, like the mother, are not their patient. Only the baby is their patient. So they're pretty much like, no, we need this room. Get the fuck out. But like, and then I had to like deal with my family doctor. It took like 4 weeks to like
fucking family doctor, because I hate them so much.
Like, it took like 3 different types of antibiotics to like fight this infection. Again, prefer the C-section. As
our listeners probably know, I have issues with my parents, so I love shit talking them. So here we go. My mom has had 3 kids by 3 different men. That's not a problem. Whatever. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. Although 2 of them are really close in age, so that's a little iffy. But anyways, all vaginal births. Never had a C-section. So maybe my birth genes are from her, I guess. But she got her tubes tied at one point. What ended up happening was she got a 3rd husband who was younger than her, no kids, and she wanted to possibly have his babies. So what ended up happening was she got her tubes untied and never had a C-section scar, now has a scar across her belly. So
Yeah, that's what you get.
it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be like a C-section scar, but I guess her ovaries or fallopian tubes were too burned or whatever that they had to widen the cut.
No,
She didn't end up having kids, thank God. That would have been awful. Are you kidding?
another child. Yeah,
I would have laughed so hard I peed.
yeah. Ha, ha, ha,
I'm not babysitting this time.
Oh my gosh, no. I don't even do that to my own kids. Like, so Kara's the oldest, so you naturally get to be the babysitter. But it was always like, can you watch the kids while I run to the grocery store? If she said no, that was it. We didn't.
Yeah.
That was, but like, my brother had to raise us, and then I always had to take care of my younger sibling. Like, never a choice.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, there's no way I'm ever taking my kid's childhood away. Like, if I need help, I'll ask. But if I'm ever told no, that was it. Like, there's no like, well, you have to.
Yeah.
My mom used to ground me just to make sure I was home that weekend.
You can't go.
Yeah. So like it would be different if I was also getting paid, but bitch.
Yeah. Oh, like, yeah, I brought you, you owe me. Like, I hate when parents say that kind of shit. Like, I brought you into this world, you owe me. Bitch, I didn't ask, okay?
Yeah,
I don't want to be here.
I don't even want to fucking be here now. Jeez.
Yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, you owe
36
me.
years later, and I still don't want to fucking be here. Like,
If anything, you should be paying me for bringing me here.
Yeah, like, I brought you, I
I
think,
didn't
joy for
consent to
2
being
years.
birthed, okay? Like, there was no
Yeah, there's-
consent.
No consent. You should be able to ask your eggs in the future. When you can like pick genetics and stuff, should ask your eggs if they want to. They'll be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
Do you want to be born?" Huh?
Yeah.
This is what's going on in the world today. This is what you're going to be brought into. This is your family. Now, do you want to be here?
That would be a
No.
great Black Mirror episode.
where
There
they
you
get
go.
to choose if they want to be made."
Yeah, where the eggs choose if they want to be made via whatever computer AI program.
Is in charge of it. Yeah. How would they do that? Because they don't really have any consciousness.
Well, it's the AI is gonna gauge their genes and create
Maybe.
a consciousness. This is Black Mirror AI. So this is like
Okay, yeah.
way in the future, way really good. And so it will take the genetic composition along with the parental interests and parenting styles and create an AI version of what this child will be older and whether or not it will turn out okay. And then that will determine whether the child decides to be born or not.
Okay, I like that. I think there should be a little more, are you responsible enough to be a parent? I know maybe starting out, I would not be allowed to be a parent. I probably shouldn't be a parent now. But like it's like
I should have never been a parent. Like,
yeah,
ever.
I think it's important we shouldn't be having kids all willy-nilly, and that is why I'll always be pro-abortion. Like that.
Yeah. Not pro-choice,
I'm not- yeah,
pro-abortion.
That's what
Kill
I am.
your fetus. Destroy them now.
Yeah, like whatever.
Right,
There's
kid.
no
Stop
choice.
the sources, kill the parent. Like, just
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Kill everybody. At
Fucking
this point.
murder
Just
spree.
fucking die. Okay.
Fucking
I'm
end
gonna
of
get
the world.
pregnant. Just
Yeah.
fucking kill them. Like,
Have you heard of the 4B movement?
yes.
No.
I love it so much. It's so
Okay.
great.
So the 4B movement is started in South Korea, and it's women being pissed off with men. Like, they're just done.
It's because they're being
with, like, the
femicided, by the way,
misogynist
in South Korea. I just want to be on, like, they're being murdered in large rates. Yeah.
yeah, like it's bad. It's bad out there. And they just had enough, right? Because of the misogynist, the murders, the rapes, the whatever. And so they're like, that's it. We're done with men. Like, that doesn't mean they're going to go lesbian, but they're just done with men, period. They're not having their kids. They're not dating, nothing. Just done with men. And these men are now mad. Did you hear that they want to make the 5G movement?
I heard of that too. Yep.
Because it's their response. And they're like, if women are done with us, then we're done with them. And
It's
in
like, yeah,
response,
that's the
you're-
point. Nice
Yeah,
job.
okay.
Thank you.
we're
Leave us
happy. We want you to
alone.
have that movement. Like,
Good for
no,
them.
it's great.
Are they doing good though, or are they being attacked because of this movement? Like,
so
is it a
because
positive thing, or is it?
No, it's positive. Okay, they started this movement in what was it, 2016? I want to say
in South Korea. Yes. Yeah.
Around there, 2016, 17. They started this movement, and now there's no grade 1 classes. There's not a single grade 1 class because they stopped. They stopped having babies.
Their birth rate is like 0.7.
Yeah,
like they're having less babies per death.
Higher than their
They're
birth.
killing a fucking generation because women have the power. Fucking yes, they stopped having sex with men. They stopped like, and it's spreading. Like the 4B movement is spreading. There's a lot of like other countries now.
Did you get another animal?
That's the gerbil.
When did you get a fucking gerbil?
Yeah, when did you get a gerbil?
Seen gerbils for a while.
What? No,
I don't remember her telling us that she got a gerbil. I was saying that we got a gerbil.
Yeah,
I was like, it's our pet now. But no.
We got a gerbil.
No, they're David's gerbils.
Yeah, like
you
what? Like it was YouTube exclusive. It's like in your hair now. It's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Down your shit. That's it.
Hold on 1 second.
It's dead now.
I gotta change it back.
I used to have pet rats. I love little rodents.
Oh yeah, me too. I don't like them in the wild.
Yeah,
but
same. Or like mice that come in my home. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
But pet mice. Okay.
Rats, gerbils, hamsters, so cute. Not squirrels or raccoons. No, thank you.
Oh my gosh, Dawn! You look so different.
What you saying?
What'd you say?
I heard you guys are talking shit about my gerbils.
We're saying they're cute. What are you talking
we
about?
were just surprised. We were expecting a gerbil.
We're like, what the fuck is happening? Or Dave there.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Oh my god, does that mean he's gonna be on the husband's version of Opinionated Lushes?
He's drunk. That's why he was all like,
I said I would buy him a case of beer if he does the podcast episode with Chris.
I never heard that shit.
Yeah.
I will buy you a case of whatever you want if you'll be on an Opinionated Lushes husbands only episode.
I never heard that.
Well, I'm telling you now. It's new information. It's okay to take
information.
it in.
Write it down so we remember.
Yeah, so you remember.
in trouble. I'm getting the death stare now. Like, thanks.
We didn't even talk about it.
Well, I'm letting him know now. We still have to convince Kyle.
Yeah. Kyle's the one that does our transcripts now, so he's gonna know the plan.
Did David just ask who's Chris?
Yeah, just some random dude. Who's this? Who's this guy?
Right on this episode, he'd be like, "Who are you? Like, what guy are you?"
You went to his wedding.
Yeah, you were there.
Doesn't mean I was paying attention.
He's drunk then too. Like, it doesn't matter.
So was I. It's all good. It's all good.
Fuck you, bitches.
Are you gonna pee?
We're like so nice.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi, Dawn.
The question for the week was, when was the last time you laughed so you peed your pants?
How the fuck did you see this?
Okay, Dave, when was the last time you peed your pants?
Never?
You don't have to
No,
think about it.
we've all peed our pants. We literally just talked about it. I peed my pants a couple years ago. It happens. When was the last time you peed your pants?
Like, even if you're like out drinking and you went to pee somewhere, but you got your pants instead, or a shoe.
Who's the taking guy? I have a set of skills. Who's that guy? Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson used to get drunk so much he peed his pants. Is a fucking rule. So it's cool to pee your pants. When was the last time you peed your pants?
was it, Dave? When was it?
You can walk away, but the question will linger.
I didn't walk away. Dog kicked me out.
All right, go. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Goodbye.
I was trying to talk to Sonia and what's her face?
She has a name.
Nah, I like what's her face. It's good.
I like it too. It's good. It's a good name. What's her face?
Okay. Let's
Okay. End it.
So do we have any last pee stories or laughing hard at peeing our pants stories?
No, but I'm about to.
I gotta go.
Well, Stephanie Hurst, have you ever peed your pants? Don't feel free to not answer. We're just I never know how to end this but I'd love to say thank you, Stephanie Hurst, for again being our VIP Patreon. If you want your name shouted out here, you can sign up to be a VIP Patreon on our Patreon, link in the description. Or for the $5 and up tiers, you can get access to our pre-drinks episodes where you get to hear what happens before the podcast recording. And we also have a low, cheap tier where you also get our newsletter and our transcripts that Sonia worked so hard to curate.
With a recipe of drinking.
Yeah. New drinks. And if you try the mayonnaise shot that came out a little bit ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Again, tag us in your videos. Let us know how it was. We're very curious.
Yeah, this week, it's definitely going to be something yellow related. Apple juice. It'll be heavy on the apple juice, I think, for this peeing your pants episode. I'm going to find it. I'll figure it out.
All right.
It's cool to pee your pants. That's
It's
what I
cool
learned
to pee your pants.
from Billy Madison. You know, that's what I learned. It's cool to pee your pants. All the cool kids do it. So
all the cool kids do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's try to pee our pants more this year. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Have a good night. Bye.